Hey guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Happy Monday night, everybody. Okay, trying to see. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I'm a little short on a light tonight, so hopefully you can see me or see my desk, because that's what you need to see, not me. How are you? Happy Monday night. It is another Monday night in Tennessee. It's a little chilly today. I think it was probably in the low 40s. But I know around other people it's been a lot colder, and I think Amory will come on board and tell us if she had snow in Maine. I think they had some snow. Hey, Charlene, thank you for joining. Always happy to see you. And Miss Teresa. Let me just go over my same basic information in case you're the first time here. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2000, so I'm in my 25th year. I have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page called Trish's Card Club. I really only have that for my videos. I don't do a lot of posting there. So if you come and catch me on Monday nights or you catch my replay, you pretty much get the summary of what I do. I do have online shopping available if you see something tonight that you love, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But my online shopping page is trishan.stampinup.net. Now, that's a web page that's curated by Stampin' Up! So there's other information there besides shopping too, so check it out. If you're a first timer, thanks for joining. If you're watching the replay, thanks for finding time in your day to make that happen. If you are a first timer and you want to subscribe, that really helps me a lot. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can do a little bit of editing. Not much, but a little. Hey, as more people have joined, Shannon and Angela and Kelly, thanks for joining, you guys. It's really good to see you. Let's see. What else? I think that's it for that stuff. So tonight I have a lot to talk about because I want to show you how I'm finalizing my storage system for the new packaging that Stampin' Up! Has. The card I have to do will literally take 2 minutes. So we're going to do the card first, and then I'll do my little storage system. So to be respectful of your time, and you can decide if you want to watch the whole video or if you just need to see just the card part. So let me talk a little bit about the stamps and dies that I have tonight. That's brand new. That's coming out in January. It's called Petals of Beauty. I am very, very excited. This is a beautiful set. It's right up my alley because you guys know that I love flowers. So this is right up my alley. There are some beautiful two-step stamping flowers, which I love, and I've always loved that. And then there's an incredible die set. So for the dies, I've already put the dies on the piece of, oh my gosh, you guys, I just went completely blank. Magnetic board. Oh my gosh, I went completely blank. So I've already done that. You've seen how I do that. It was dye stuff that I got from Amazon, and you cut it down and it fits. And I haven't decided what I was going to do with the flowers, but I'm going to do the card first, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the flowers, how I'm going to keep track of them. So again, 2 brand new things. Petals of Beauty, the stamp set and the dies I'm using, although I'm not using the stamp set tonight. I'm just using the dies. Another thing that I'm using that's brand new is called Beautiful Patterns Embossing Folder. It's very pretty. It's a kind of a busy one. And you know that those are some of my favorite ones to use. I love the busy, lot of texture folders. And then for my words tonight, I'm using another brand new stamp set that's not even out. None of these will be out till January 1st. I'm using Banner Sayings, and Banner Sayings is a bundle that comes with a punch, and all of these fit these sayings. So that's kind of the process of the card making. So literally, you guys, I just am copying or casing, as we like to say, a card that Stampin' Up! Did when they showed us this item to purchase. So basically, I took a piece of cardstock, cut it in half, and scored it. Then, so it's 5.5 by 4.25. Then I took, and it's hard to see, and I apologize. There you go. You can see it now. I took a layer and I embossed it. It's a beautiful embossing folder, and I'm going to put that on. This is literally going to take me 2 seconds. So I'll try to go a little slow and not talk so fast, so I stretch it out just a bit. So I'm going to put the first layer on. Oops. Get that off and get it on straight. That's not straight at all, but it'll work. It will work. Then I took a 1 7, no, a 2-inch circle, and I cut that out of crumb cake, and I embossed that as well. So let's see if I can get that so you can see it. So this is embossed exactly the same thing as the pattern of here. Now, this embossing folder is not the one that Stampin' Up! Used. I haven't got that one yet, but I will be getting it because it's another one that I really like. So I'm just going to put that down. And then I took some dies from the die set, some leaves. Now, if you guys know me, if you're my first timers, this will be a little insight. I love black and white. I love those color combinations. So, oops, my good. Sorry. I don't know if you guys just saw what I did, but I ended up clicking on another video. So hopefully I haven't messed up my video. So I love black and white. And one of the things that struck me about this card is my sister Anne Marie is staying at a friend's house, and her house is done mostly in creams and whites and blacks. It's so pretty. It's so warm. So I really, really love it. So this card sort of struck me for that. So just to kind of let you know what dies I'm using, I use this die right here, and I use this die right here. So I use the leaf dies. And what I did is I just cut this one out regular, and this one I cut out with an adhesive sheet. An adhesive sheet is a crucial tool if you have these skinny little dies that you need to adhere down that you don't know how to do. This is the way to go, is use the adhesive sheet. And we sell them online. I'm not sure if they're in the catalog anymore, but I know they're online. So I'm going to peel off the back if I can. Let me go up here where it's already started and just peel it off. That way the whole thing has glue on it. That's what the adhesive sheets are. They're glue, and it will stick down and it won't come off, and it won't be all messy with liquid glue or messy with mono glue or anything like that. So it's going to work really well. And especially with how texturized the paper is, it works. It's so good. Hey, Karen, I think I might have missed you and Miss Judy. Didn't even see you guys come on. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I really want to put this under my circle. So I'm going to take that off and move it over like that. There. Oops, oops, oops. Not so rough, Trish, not so rough. So this will stay down nice because, and then I can glue that down because it has all that glue on it. So that'll stay down nice. And then on this one, since it's solid, I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper and just glue the leaves. Just glue some leaves on it. I originally was going to put this up on with dimensionals, but after I made the sample card, it looked better with the leaves laying flat. So I'm just going to put that there. Let me move that over a little bit like that. Oops. Okay. Super quick card, you guys, because this is what I had in my bandwidth for tonight. Now I have already punched out the banner, and I used the words "Thanks a Million" from the banner saying set, which is this one right here. Thanks a million. Can you see that? It's a little bit, I don't know if it'll come in. It has some really good words in here to use. And then I am going to put that on with dimensionals. If I can find my dimensionals. Where, pray tell, might they be? Let me see. I've been doing some crafting, and I have stuff everywhere in my house, so it's not all in my desk, which it should be. Okay, I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. That shadowing is terrible without that extra light, so I apologize. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I didn't mean to grab two on that one, so that's fine. That is fine. So what I liked about this card, well, I love the colors. That's what appealed to me. But what I also like about it is that it's super simple, and it's a great card you can do any color combination for and create a very simple but pretty thank you card. So thanks a million. So see how simple that is? Let me see if I can get it to come in. Let me see. There we go. Now you can see it. Super simple, but a really pretty card. a little bit sophisticated. That's how I like to think of it. It's a little bit more sophisticated than some other cards just because of the colors that I'm using and stuff. So it ends up being a really nice, quick thank you. And expecting that, you know, I'll get some Christmas gifts. This is going to be a great thank you card to send out to have ready. So that's the card for tonight. Very easy. Like I said, I wanted to something that was going to be quick to do. And this ends up, you know, obviously is very quick, especially when I cut off the dies, when I do the dies before I prep for my video. But I got the idea from Stampin' Up. And that's the one thing I will shamelessly plug. Stampin' Up has beautiful artwork, beautiful dies, and then they make beautiful samples. So sometimes I think, why reinvent the wheel when something like this can happen? So thanks, you guys. Yes. And I love it too, Charlene. I love the colors. But you can do this and you could do it in some greens. That would be really pretty. You could do it in some grays. You could do this in black and then maybe the person's favorite color in the circle. So there's kind of all kinds of ways you can personalize it as well. So that's that. Okay. Let me get back to, so that's my card for tonight. I'm going to get back to how I'm going to be using my storage system for the new containers that Stampin' Up has. So if you haven't seen them, they're about 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. If you don't know what we used to make, we used to have this kind of a stamped container. So this is much thinner and I love it. I'm very, very excited about it. Looking forward to having all my stamps stored this way. Eventually, it'll take me a while to get there, but eventually I will get there because Stampin' Up is selling the envelopes. And I am actually going to have extra envelopes because I'm putting my dies and my stamp sets together in one envelope. So this is all set. So I'm going to put that to the side. That's my dies. Now, I don't remember, and I apologize profusely to the person that showed this. The part of it is from another demonstrator, Cindy Bromberger showed us some of it, but then I saw another addition to it that I wanted to add to it. So basically what I'm going to do is I am taking, so excuse the red tape. I'm taking the more flimsy piece of, that comes on the top of your stamps, taking that off, and I put two-sided tape all around it. Okay. And then I'm just going to put that to the side. Then I'm going to take my stamp set as is on this, on the plastic. I can't talk tonight, you guys. Where are my words? And I'm going to I'm using basic gray. You can use any color. You can use black. You can use any color. Some people are doing it in other colors. It's sort of whatever appeals to you. One thing I will say is I've already stamped this and tested it and cleaned it off because you don't want to be your first time doing this. You want to stamp it and clean it off so that you know that everything is going to ink up really well. So now I'm just inking it up. I don't need it to be black, black, black. I just want to have an idea of where to put my stamps back or make sure I have all the stamps in the set when I'm putting my stamps away. So that's the point of this. Because remember, Stampin' Up did, let me see if it's on this one, because this one's a little bit old. Yeah. Remember back when we were using these kind of, Stampin' Up did this right here. So you could put your stamps on here and know you had all your stamps in your set. Well, I'm trying to recreate the same thing. That's my goal. I don't know why I just did that on top of, that was a mess. Okay. So that's enough ink on it. Like I said, I'm not really worried. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this doesn't have to be perfect either. I'm not going for perfection. I'm here. I'm going for practicality. So then what I'm going to do, let me put it this way so it doesn't, so it's not so distracting. I'm going to take this. Now this is my front. So I want it to be on this right here. Now this page is shiny, so you have to be a little bit careful because otherwise it does smudge some. And if you want it to be perfect and not worry about it smudging, you just have to be a little bit careful. So I'm taking my stamp set and I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to just lay it down right here like that. And then I'm just going to rub my hand over it to get the majority of the ink off the stamp and onto the paper. Again, I'm not stamping for perfection. I'm just stamping so I'll be able to keep track of all the stamps that belong in this set. So I'm just rubbing it. I'm holding the plastic in place and I'm rubbing it at the same time. Okay, and now I'm going to lift it off. And there you get the full set. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry for a second. While that's drying, I'm going to clean this off. And now I also know that all my stamps in this set will work really nice because I've already done all the prepping and washed them and, you know, got all the extra chemicals off from the factory and everything. Okay, so that's step one, to get your images on there. And that's what Cindy taught us. But this is another step. So you take the thin piece of plastic, that the acetate that comes with the stamp set, and you put your double-sided tape is the best thing to use because you really need it to adhere. Now this is tricky because you just get one shot. If it messes up, it just messes up. I would literally just cut this off and not even worry about it. So I'm not losing any sleep over it, except this is sticking to me so bad, you guys, that I can't get to the next piece. Okay. This piece of acetate, this thin little piece of acetate it should be the exact size of the, I have to get this a little bit more in front of me so I can see, because even with my, let me fold it over. Okay. Okay. And let me put my glasses on. And I'm going to start here. And I'm going to go down to there. And I'm just going to rub it down. There we go. Now, it's not the prettiest with the tape, but it works the best because I'll tell you why. Because you want that to adhere. Oh, you guys don't even see, you can barely see the tape on camera, so then that's really good. So because you really want it to adhere. So you need to use something like double-sided tape or tear and tape for it to stay. Then what you do is you take your stamp set and you're going to put it right on top of here, and then it lines up perfect. And now I know I have all my stamps right where I need them to be. So I don't know if you have seen this before. Like I said, I apologize. I don't know who the person was that did a video where she taped it down, but it was really convenient. So then I could just pull this off when I need to get my stamps, and I just take my stamp off and I'm ready to stamp. Now, the other thing I could do if I wanted is I could put my stamps on here like this, you know, take them all off and then just put this on top of it. I probably will do that as I use them, but I don't need to do that tonight. Well, actually, I need to do that one because I can't get it back on to make it stick. But do you see what I mean? So that's how I'm going to store my stamps. So that's the front of the stamps. There's the actual picture from Stampin' Up. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take my dies. I'm going to put them together. This one will face this way. This one will face that way. And it's going to go in one container. And this is how I'll be storing my stamps and dies together. Now, not everyone is going to store their stamps and dies together. And that's completely fine. It's really going to be what you want to do, how you want to store your own inventory. I like to do it this way so that when I grab my stamps, I know the dies that go with them. Now, if I have a stamp set that's just shapes, the dies are just, that has a stamp set with just shapes, I may not store those together. I haven't really decided yet. I don't have any that are that way yet. Because I want to be able to use those shapes on their own. Like there is a stamp set that's current that has flowers and then just rectangles. So I'm not sure. But I love this idea. And I just think if you take your time, practice with a set or two. You can even practice like I did, stamping on your scrap piece of paper first. Take your time to line up the edges with your two-sided tape. First, you know, just take your time. And I think that you'll be really happy with being able to keep track of your stamps. Now, Stampin' Up! Has, tons and tons of people have asked to please put the stamp images on this sheet of paper. And they may end up doing that. I don't know. It doesn't seem like to me it'd be a big deal. They already have it here. They can just print it on one other side. But I don't know if they'll do that or not. But until they do, if they don't ever, this is how I'm going to store my stamps. So that is something I thought would be fun to show you guys as you start to get the new packaging. All of the new stamp sets. Let me bring this down closer so you can see it. There you go. All of the new packaging started on November 1st. Now you still will get stamp sets in the old packaging because if they're not carrying them over into the new catalog, then they're just going to use up the inventory that they have. But Some will be repackaged if they're going to be carried over into the new catalog. Again, I'm very happy with the new system. I think it's going to work out really, really great. And I hope that you guys will get excited. Everything I showed tonight is not available till January 2nd or 3rd or something like that. But you should have a mini catalog in your hand. If you don't and you're interested in one, just message me. I'll be more than willing to send you one. But you can always get them online. You can always go to trishn.stampinup.net, and then you can you can always get them. Do you recommend converting our old sets? So Shannon, it depends. If you have a lot of old sets, it's very costly to do that if you have to buy the envelopes, because I think the envelopes they're not really cheap. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't have a lot of sets because I don't keep my retired sets. So for me, it's not going to be too big of a deal. The only sets that I really keep are my word sets. So transferring those over will be pretty simple. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. But if you have a lot of old sets, I would say just keep your old sets in the containers that they're in and store them as you do. And then your new ones you can start a new storage system with. So that's probably how I would do it. You're very welcome for this great tip, Angela. Let me see if I've missed everybody else. I love this idea, you guys. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be so easy to manage. And like I said, if we take our time when we do them and we do them as we get them, don't, wait till you get 25 stamp sets and then all of a sudden try to do this. It'd be easy if you did it as you went. That's the one thing. All right. It's Monday night. It's 8:22 in the evening. The Monday night game has started. It should be a good one. We're almost out of football, you guys. We only have a couple more weeks and then we'll be into playoffs, and then we'll be into Super Bowl, and then we'll be into golf. That's what we'll be into. Golf will start in January. They're finishing up this current year. There are a few tournaments going on, but I'll confess I haven't been watching it because football really occupies me at this time of the year. So let me just say, Christmas is in a couple days, and I want you all to know that I had the greatest of intentions, but failed in my execution of setting out Christmas cards this year. I am still, if you can believe it, adjusting to working away from home. It takes up a tremendous amount of time working, commuting. And so I do not have Christmas cards made this year. I have a little idea up my sleeve to compensate for that, but I haven't been able to execute that yet either. So I would wish each of you a very, very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. And I am the card lady without any cards this year. That is terrible to say, but it is the truth. So for those of you who have sent me cards, they've been beautiful. I've been completely inspired. I'll share them next Monday night. All the Christmas cards that I've received, they've been beautiful. But I know I will, obviously I'm not getting anything out before Christmas. So we'll see what happens after Christmas this year. But I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I want to say that you guys are a big part of how grateful I am for this last year and all the time that you've shared with me on Monday nights and supported me and encouraged me. And it's been really a blessing. And I'm very, very thankful. And I hope that you have time to be with your family or friends. And I hope that you'll be sensitive to those that don't have that opportunity. Sometimes at this time of the year can be hard for people if there's been a death in the family throughout the year or those kinds of things. So I just want you to be sensitive to that. And yes, Judy and Angela, I can understand. I'm sorry, Angela, I thought that was from Judy, but yeah, getting sick really put people, there was a lot of sickness in the month of December this year. So, and I can't even say that. Mine was just really, really busy with my classes. I did a couple projects for work, which were card making projects for work for our Christmas party. And so it just took me a long time. And making 30 bows was a whole weekend. So I love you guys. I will see you next Monday night. And you can tell me about what Santa brought you under the tree. And I will do the same. I hope you have a good Christmas. I hope you stay warm. Amory didn't come on, so I don't know what the weather was in Maine, but I do think they got a lot of snow, so they'll definitely have a white Christmas. We will not have a white Christmas. We will have a warm Christmas. It's going to be in the high 50s to possibly low 60s, which I'm very happy for. So I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye-bye.